Hey everyone, what is going on? So we're going to be talking about the Master League Classic and what Pokemon I think are going to be really good. Now, these Pokemon cannot be powered up with XL Candy. That's for the Open Master League, which you could participate in, but these cannot be past level 40. So keep that in mind, and obviously that's a good thing because these XL Candies are still kind of hard to get, especially for legendary Pokemon. Definitely for legendary Pokemon. So it's a good thing they have the Master League Classic. And a side note is, if you don't like the Master League, the Great League will be running alongside it this time around. As well as, there's no Premier Cup. So just the Great League, Open Master League, and Master League Classic. And I already did a Great League meta guide. You could look at that on YouTube for Season 7. And I'm going to be doing it as well for the Master League Classic right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at the S tier. We do have Groudon. Number one spot, I love Groudon. It's a great Pokemon. It charges up so fast. You guys know it, right? Just a great Pokemon in general. It's one that you're going to see all the time. So you might want to bring an answer to it, but definitely a great one. Another one we have is Melmetal. Groudon actually does really well against Melmetal. So Melmetal is a top spot pick, and it's going to be a great Pokemon. Melmetal beats Dialga. Dialga is amazing. So it's a great Pokemon. You know it's great, obviously. Don't have to explain much about it. Charges up fast. It's just all around a great pick. Same with Groudon. So then we have Shadow Snorlax or the regular Snorlax. And it's a safe swap. You know, if you lose the lead, you can safe swap into Snorlax. And it's kind of difficult for what they want to bring in, right? I mean, there's not a lot of answers to it, I guess. Obviously, if there's like a fighting type like Machamp, that would be a good answer to Snorlax, but not many people run it. The best fighting type you're really going to see is probably Superpower on Melmetal. So it's such a great safe swap, and obviously it walls Pokemon such as Giratina. So, a really good Pokemon and one that you'll probably be seeing for sure. Then the next up we're talking about is going to be the Giratina Origin form. This is a great pick, of course. No doubt about it. So, going to be an amazing Pokemon, and you're probably going to see it quite a bit. I see it in the lead a lot. So, it's a Pokemon that you're going to see, and that's what makes Snorlax so good because of how common Giratina Origin Form is. If it has Dragon Pulse, it could damage Snorlax, but most of them don't. Most of them have Omnis Wind and Shadow Ball, but even Dragon Pulse doesn't even do that much to Snorlax. So, but Giratina Origin is still a great pick, still one that you're going to see, and then the final S rank Pokemon is going to be Dialga, and Dialga is an amazing Pokemon, obviously. People build teams strictly around beating Dialga. That's how good it is. It's on every single team. You guys know it. It has to be best buddied if you're using it. 15 attack, right? I think you need like 14 defense at least. You need a pretty high one, a pretty highly ranked one, and you're gonna see a lot of mirror matches. So Dialga with Dragon Breath, definitely the best Dragon type in this meta currently. Then we have the A rank, which is with Dragonite. Dragonite's a great Pokemon. The thing is, with Dragonite, it's weak to Dragon Breath. Dialga is not weak to Dragon Breath. It's neutral to it because it's a steel typing. That's why it's the king of dragons, in my opinion. But Dragonite is still really fast. It could be a shadow one as well. Could be a regular one, but it's really fast, really powerful, dishing out a lot of damage. Charges up pretty fast to Dragon Claw as well. Then we have Mewtwo, which is really squishy, but really powerful. It hits like a truck. I'm telling you, I have focus blasted so many Dialga and so many Melmetal. Even when my opponents have shields, they do expect it, but they call the bait a lot, I think. So it definitely does a lot of damage. Psy Strike is so powerful as well. It hits like a truck. So, and it charges up so fast, right? Psy Strike charges up super fast. So definitely a great pick. Mewtwo is a Pokemon that you will see for sure. Then we have Togekiss. This beats Dialga, but you have to double shield, but at least you get one shield from the Dialga. So it's kind of like a trade-off, but it's worth it. Definitely obviously doing well against the dragon types like Dialga or Dragonite or any other dragon type you should see. But it's a great pick. Then we have Kyogre. Kyogre, obviously my mascot, shiny Kyogre, right? But it's a great Pokemon. And one that, you'll definitely see. I personally run it on my team as well, but at least I did last season. I probably will this season for the Master League Classic because I do plan on participating in the Master League. Then we have the B rank, which Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh was not on this list at all until it got Incinerate. So now that it has Incinerate, we see it with Talonflame. It charges up really fast. It's really powerful. And Ho-Oh can take hits similar to Talonflame, right? So it's such a good one. Good pick. It does have that Brave Bird, doesn't it? I think it does. Does it have Brave? No, it has Earthquake. It's Earthquake Brave Bird, isn't it? I think it is. I've never used Ho-Oh myself, but I think it's Brave Bird. It's not. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, it's a good Pokemon nonetheless. Charges up really fast. Obviously, the Earthquake coverage for Dialga. The Incinerates are going to be neutral damage. So, great pick. Really solid one. Lugia is another Pokemon, another Johto legendary that wouldn't have been on this list if it wasn't for Aeroblast. Definitely, really good one, and it actually walls, not necessarily walls, but it does really well against my team that I use, and we'll talk about that once we get up to the solid team options, or the solid team choices, I should say. But Lugia, definitely a good one, and unfortunately, I battled them, quite a bit. So it's a good Pokemon. It's a good Pokemon. I might build one myself. But, you do have to watch out for, I guess, Giratina. But you can still dish out a lot of damage as well. I actually might build a Lugia with Aeroblast myself, honestly. Then we have Landorus, Incarnate. I'm not going to be putting Therian Form on this list because it's not out yet. But the Therian Form is better. But yeah, unless if they change the moves, obviously. But this one charges up really fast with Mudshot. We know how fast Mudshot charges up. Earth Power, going to be doing a lot to Dialga, possibly knocking it out. Same with Melmetal. Just does a lot of damage, charges up really fast. It has Rock Slide coverage for Dragonite, for other flyers like Togekiss. It's a great Pokemon. It is squishy, but it's a great Pokemon. But I would probably, if you don't have one invested in, I'd probably wait for the Therian Form. But this is a great one as well. Then we have other choices. We have a few Dragon types, Palkia, Zekrom, and Reshiram. So these are Dragon Breath users, and they are good. Don't get me wrong, and I definitely do battle them from time to time. But as I said, Dialga is the king of dragons because it's neutral to Dragon Breath. I guess Reshiram is neutral as well. But Dialga is just so good. And yeah, Dialga is just the king of dragons. So I do recommend Dialga over these three, Palkia, Zekrom, and Reshiram. But, I definitely, I've actually battled Double Dragon with Dialga and Zekrom before in the back, and that was pretty cool. So you could do something like that. Just because Dialga is the best doesn't mean you can't get away with using one of these. So, yeah, that's that. And then we have Mamoswine, which, obviously Ice type, doing a lot of damage with Avalanche, and doing a massive amount of damage. It was more common in the Premier Cup. As I said, we have no Premier Cup this season, but it was more common in the Premier Cup. Gyarados is another one that was more common in the Premier Cup, but could still be used as a Dragon Breath user, obviously, because again, it's not weak to Dragon attack. So if it's going up against a Dragon Breath user, it's going to be dishing out super effective damage unless if it's Dialga or Reshiram, whereas it'll be taking neutral damage. Swampet's another okay one for the Master League Classic. It's not my favorite, to be honest. I don't think it's the greatest Pokemon. I think it's better in the Premier Cup or even in the Open Master League, which we're not talking about now because you need XL candies, and I don't have those. But then we have Garchomp. Another one, Garchomp and Metagross, both really common in the Premier Cup. But again, no Premier Cup. But Metagross, I do think is actually really good in this cup. I think it really is. It just, if you think about it, it does well. It has Earthquake for Dialga, right? It walls Dialga because it resists all of its moves. You really just have to watch out. You have to watch out for Groudon because of Earthquake, and then Giratina, right? So other than that, it's a pretty good Pokemon. You can't Meteor Mash like Kyogre, but you could Earthquake it. So yeah, really good Pokemon. Excuse me. Then we have Rhyperior, a Mud Slap user, really powerful. We have Regirock, which I think could be okay, but, still not my favorite Pokemon. I probably don't recommend it, but, you might see it here and there. Probably not, but I wouldn't worry about Regirock too much. Then we have Excadrill. It recently got Mudshot, so it charges up really fast. Mud Slap is an option as well, but I think most people running Excadrill will probably run Mudshot. And then you could go with Mew as well. I put Mew on the end. I think most players are probably going to save their Mews for Great and Ultra League, but Mew does have play in the Master League Classic in my opinion. Let's go ahead and dive into the solid team choices. So this is the team I use, and this team was created by Super Saiyan Sensei, an amazing streamer. Kyogre, Groudon, and Dialga. I love it because even if I lose the lead, I still win a lot. Like if they lead, let's say Dialga or Giratina, I safe swap into my Dialga, and they might switch into Groudon. And, Groudon's going to beat Dialga, but I'm still able to take a shield, which is huge. So then I come in and farm down with Kyogre. I'm up a shield, and Kyogre has energy. it's a great team. I love this team. I'll probably be starting with this team myself. The only really bad scenario is if they win the lead and you switch into Dialga and they have a Melmetal in the back. That's really bad. I've come out of situations like that, but it's still really bad. Then we have another team. I believe this team was created by 2O Butters. I think this was the order he put it in. Melmetal, and then Dragonite and Dialga in the back. Or maybe he led Dragonite. I don't know. He either led Melmetal or Dragonite, but either way, this is a great team. I think he had the Double Dragon in the back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had Double Dragon in the back with Melmetal in the lead. So if you lose the lead, save swap into Dialga. And this team I've actually tried and had success with myself. So it's a good team. And I do recommend trying it out if you have the resources. I mean, these Pokemon have always been good, so you probably have them, right? Unless if you're newer to the game. And then we have a team that I personally have been using. I think a couple seasons ago I created it. Groudon, Mewtwo, and Melmetal. So I lead Groudon. You know, obviously if I lose the lead, save swap into Mewtwo. But generally what I like to do is I like to, you know, unless if I hard lose the lead. Like if I go up against a Kyogre, I have to switch. But if I don't, if I lose the lead, but if it's like a neutral lead, or maybe I lose it but not by much, I'll stay and maybe take a shield and with Groudon, and then bring in Melmetal and maybe try and take another shield. If we can get a 1 to 2 shield advantage, Mewtwo can come in and sweep. I love playing that way because once Mewtwo's shield advantage is so deadly, guys. You have no idea. You could use the Shadow one. I like the regular one because the Shadow is so squishy, and the regular one's squishy as well. But either way, I love taking shields from my opponent and having a 1 to 2 shield advantage with Mewtwo, and then Mewtwo can basically sweep no matter what comes in. I mean, honestly, anything that comes in, unless if it's a Lugia. Well, if you have Shadow Ball, Lugia is not a problem, but I was running Focus Blast, but I might actually consider Elite TMing it to Shadow Ball to have a double legacy one, but you definitely want Psycho Cut, Psy Strike, and then the other move is optional. I've been running Focus Blast on the team, but Shadow Ball is an option as well. But let me know your team for the Master League Classic, or are you just going to stick with the Great League? Let me know. I'm really curious to hear about that, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good day, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.